Yeah, I'm here with baby Monty. I just recorded a different video and now I'm doing a name reveal video because throughout the pregnancy we were calling him baby Monty and there were only a few people knowing his real name, and I said it before, we do not name him Monty. It's a nickname, and yeah, in this video I just want to talk about how we came up with the name Monty and what his real name is. So basically I guess I will start with the name Monty. Many years ago, when I was 13 basically, I picked out a boy name and a girl name that I really liked at this point. So my husband changed it up a little bit when we met, but basically for a girl we would have given her a name starting with an M, and for a boy we gave him a name that starts with an N, which I will reveal later. And so for me, getting pregnant was really difficult. I had to get some hormone shots and I had to give them to myself every day. And for the ones that are new, I went through 4 miscarriages and it took us 39 months to finally conceive Monty. And so with his pregnancy, in the very beginning when I got pregnant, I basically talked to the egg, and basically I told myself that everything would be fine and everything would be great, and that this would be the egg that gives us our baby. And so when I then really got pregnant, I started calling the egg Mon, which stands for M or N, basically the girl name or the boy name. And well, the pregnancy continued and we had a positive heartbeat and another doctor appointment at 9 weeks, which was when I lost my last baby. And yeah, everything was looking great, and so I decided, okay, Mon is a weird name to call the baby, basically. And I needed kind of a name for myself so that I could talk with the baby, I guess. And yeah, so for Mon, I started calling him Monty. Basically, yeah, it sounded good, and like I said, Mon stands for M or N, and that is how he got the nickname Monty. Yeah. For his actual name, we have decided to name our little son Noah Levi. So Noah, the N name, being obviously the name that we are calling him, Levi being his middle name. Both names got a little bit of a story. So with the name Noah, I was 13 years old and there was this girl name that I really, really liked, and I decided, okay, if I have ever a daughter, I will give her that certain name. So some time passed, I was still 13, and I realized, maybe I will have a son first. And at this point, I was like, oh, it wouldn't be fair to tell my daughter later on, I picked your name when I was 13, but I didn't want a son, so I didn't pick a name for him, in a weird way. So yeah, I thought about it, and the name Noah was a name that I really liked at this point. And yeah. Okay. Do I have to change you? So yeah, when my husband and I met, which was when I was 17, my hay fever is totally kicking in right now. So yeah, when my husband and I met, I was 17 and he was 21, but he turned 22 like 3 weeks later. And we met in school, and the very first conversation we had, I basically told him the two names and said, my daughter will have this name and my son will be named Noah. And over the years, like, he got really used to it, and basically we decided on 3 girls' names and 3 boys' names several years ago. And my eyes like really really bad hay fever right now. And yeah, so we got 3 girls' names and 3 boys' names, and Noah was the very first boy name. And so the second the doctor told us it's a boy, we knew, okay, it's a Noah. Yeah, so that's for his first name. His second name, Levi, basically I really like English names. I really like the English language, and I'm planning on talking English with him, obviously. And the problem is, in Germany, no one is going to say Levi. Like, of course, it's not a German name, and in Germany, basically everyone would say Levi. And so, yeah, I guess the thing is, I really wanted an English name, but I didn't wanted him to like have to spell it out every time and like say, no, my name is not Levi, my name is Levi. And so we have decided to give, like, for several of the names we have picked, there is an English second name, and that way, like, a second name no one cares about. Like, it's a name we will call him, but he never, like, his friends won't call him this name, and his teachers won't ask, oh, what's your name, and everything. And so yeah, in this way I got a little bit of an English name for him, and yet he got a name that everyone knows how to write, and there won't be any problems. So with the name Levi, there actually is a story behind it. When I was younger, I think it was before I met my husband, I was watching a show, and there was this little boy. It was like reality TV, and there was this little boy, and his second name was Levi. And I always like got it in the back of my mind, the mom calling her son his first name and then Levi. And because he was doing something she didn't want it to, and just the sound of it, like, she wasn't screaming or anything, and just the melody of it, the sound of it, I really, really liked it. And I really like names that end with an Y. I really like the name Y. And so we got Levi and Monty. And yeah, basically, I guess these are his 3 names. And yeah, our little Noah, Levi, Monty. And with Monty obviously being the nickname. Yeah. I guess I will see you next time when I do my birth story video. Bye.